Greetings, and in this video we're going to do a little bit of a special topics discussion. We've already talked about for loops and while loops, and now we're going to show you an advanced use of loops that is kind of cool, so we hope you enjoy it. So today, for this video, we're going to talk about what's called a nested loop. And it's really just a loop within another loop. So I want to show you what a nested loop looks like. So here we go. I have Phony up and running, and I'm going to go ahead and just write a loop. So I'm going to do for y in range 0 to 5, and it'll be clear in a second why I'm doing y. And then I'm going to go ahead and just print off y. So you guys should know what this does, right? If I press play, it just prints out the numbers between 0 and 4. This is your standard for loop, no weird tricks. But I can do more with a for loop. I can put any code I want inside of a for loop to include another for loop. So I'm going to do for x in range 0 to 5. And now I'm going to print out x and y. And I want to take you through the debugger here to show you what's going on. But at a high level, what's going on is that this loop basically runs to completion, and then it goes to the outer loop, and then it goes back to the inner loop. So let's watch this happen. So we turn on the debugger. When I step into it, the first value for y is going to be 0. And then now we start another loop. The first value for x is going to be 0, as you see here. So the first thing we print off is 0, 0. Now we go back up to the innermost loop. So now x is 1. Now we print out 1, 0. And then we do it again. Now it's 2, 0. And we keep doing this until x is 4, and then at that point we are done with the inner loop. So then what we do is we now go back to the outer loop, and now y is 1. Now we do the inner loop again. So x starts at 0 again, goes to 1, goes to 2, goes to 3, and finally becomes 4. And after this, we go back again to the outer loop. And we repeat this over and over, right? And what you're seeing down here in the shell is that through this process we are printing out every combination of numbers with 0 through 5, right? So all the combinations of x and y, where x can be a value between 0 and 5 and y can be a value between 0 and 5. So that's kind of cool, right? With just a couple lines of code we can generate all the combinations of something. So nested loops in general are useful when you want to iterate across multiple dimensions, and I picked x and y for a reason. The reason is because it could be useful like if you were searching through like a coordinate system. So imagine like a battleship board. And for those of you who play Battleship, yes, I'm aware that there is no A, B, I'm missing A, B, and C. Just go with this, okay? You have an x-axis and you have a y-axis. If I make a loop that just prints through the x's, what I'm really doing is printing through the columns, right? All these columns. But if I print through the y's, and that's my outer loop, what then I'm doing is iterating through my rows. So just by using these 3 lines of code, I can write a program that can look potentially at every grid of a battleship board. So we can do more than just combinations of numbers. You can actually do every combination of letters, which might be useful in a future programming assignment. Hint, hint. But the idea of being able to iterate across multiple dimensions like this is very useful, and it's something you can study and kind of just understand for now. We'll go into more detail in future lessons. So that's all. We wanted to expose you to this. We hope it's interesting, and we will see you in a future video. All right, take care.